Yeah.
Good to have you. So this concern that the IMF is raising, I know that AFDB also has talked about fiscal discipline and all of that, and now the IMF in Nigeria has made this observation. What are your thoughts?
I think the first thing is it's major debt on perception, because when you look at that perception around the economy, because transparency is key. So it's not even, my focus won't be about the borrowings that looks high, because if we are estimating that they are spending that can be estimated 2% of our GDP, maybe will be around between 8 and 9 trillion. So that is significant, that has not been captured in the budget. That in itself, when you look at the impact in terms of monetary policy, when you inject that kind of money, funds into the system, how it can fuel inflation, how it can distort MPC or monetary policy plans. So I think it's really a major concern that would also like to understand the major reason behind this exclusion from the budget.
Did the IMF just expose a massive financial scandal in Nigeria? The International Monetary Fund just dropped a revelation that has sparked outrage across Nigeria. According to the IMF, public spending equivalent to about 2% of Nigeria's gross domestic product was not properly reflected in recent government budget reports. Think about that for a moment. We are not talking about millions. We are talking about spending worth trillions of naira that, according to the IMF, was not fully captured in the official fiscal records. Naturally, Nigerians are asking one question: how does something this big happen? Now, let's clear the air about what the IMF actually said. The IMF did not accuse the Tinubu administration of stealing the money. It did not conclude that corruption had taken place. Instead, it said Nigeria's reported budget figures do not fully match the government's actual financing and spending, creating a gap equivalent to about 2% of the GDP. But here is where the conversation becomes uncomfortable. If the government cannot fully account for spending of this magnitude, what are Nigerians supposed to conclude? There are several possibilities. The first is administrative incompetence. Perhaps ministries, departments, and agencies simply failed to record expenditures properly. If that's the case, it points to a deeply troubling weakness in Nigeria's public financial management system. Citizens have every right to ask why a government handling trillions of naira cannot produce accurate financial records. The second possibility is off-budget spending. Governments sometimes spend money outside the original budget through supplementary approvals or special financing arrangements. That does not automatically mean the spending was illegal. However, if expenditures are not transparently reported, lawmakers and the public lose the ability to properly scrutinize how public funds are used. Then comes the third possibility: weak oversight and poor internal records. Even if every naira was spent on legitimate projects, weak financial controls create an environment where waste, inflated contracts, and abuse can flourish. Good governance isn't just about spending money. It is about proving where every naira went. And finally, there is the possibility many Nigerians are already discussing. Could this be corruption? At this point, there is no public evidence from the IMF proving that funds were stolen or diverted for personal gain. That distinction matters because corruption is a serious allegation that requires evidence. But here's another truth that almost also matters. Large, unexplained discrepancies are exactly the kind of issues that auditors and investigators examine when trying to determine whether corruption has occurred. They are warning signs. They don't prove wrongdoing, but they certainly justify demanding answers. Imagine if something similar happened in the United States. If an administration reported spending that didn't match official budget records by an amount equal to 2% of the entire economy, Congress would almost certainly launch hearings. Independent auditors would investigate. Inspector General would demand explanations. The media would cover it relentlessly, and the public would expect detailed answers. The question wouldn't simply be, was there corruption? The first question would be, how did this happen in the first place? That's the same question Nigerians should be asking today. The federal government says some of the discrepancy relates to capital projects that have since been incorporated into revised budget legislation. The IMF also acknowledged that Nigeria has made progress on several economic reforms while urging stronger fiscal transparency and more accurate reporting. Those two things can both be true. A government can implement important economic reforms and still have serious weaknesses in financial reporting. A government can improve macroeconomic stability and still owe the public a full explanation for discrepancies involving trillions of naira. This is bigger than politics. Whether you support the APC, the PDP, the Labour Party, or no political party at all, accountability should never be negotiable. Taxpayers deserve to know how public money is spent. Lawmakers deserve complete and accurate budget information. And Nigerians deserve a government whose financial record can withstand independent scrutiny. So perhaps the most important question isn't whether the IMF used the word corruption. The real question is this: can the government provide a complete, transparent, and verifiable account of the spending identified by the IMF? If the answer is yes, then it should publish the records and put the matter to rest. If the answer is no, then Nigerians have every right to keep asking questions until they get one. What do you think? Is this simply a case of poor financial reporting, or does it point to something much deeper? Share your views in the comments below. If you found this analysis helpful, like this video, subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications for more evidence-based discussions on the issues shaping Nigeria.